Well, let's go see the damages. Sheesh, guys. I don't even know what to do. Should I do it again? All that work? Should I do it again? All that work. It took maybe, what, a day? Maybe 3 days to fully button everything up, but a day to put this front end on. But the damage was nothing like this. We'll probably replay a clip, but I remember, I know you guys, some of you guys remember just like this corner area last time. But the wheels look straight. I don't see the wheel wells bent. The fenders are making it look like it is, because the fenders got pulled forward from it, I guess sitting on the wheels. As far as damage in here though, let's peep it. I'll put this down for a sec. So if you were to look in there, see the old metal is not that bad from what it was, because it wasn't that straight to begin with. It was already fixed before and it wasn't that straight to begin with. What it looks like crumbled is just the J front end. The whole front end crumbled to my welds. It looks like the welds stayed pretty straight as far as with the car, but the rest, you could see it's crumbled. Same thing happened on this side. The car with the billet mount, because that's where it's cut at on the frame. So from the frame, following it this way up to here is straight as far as on the OEM chassis, but on the red, on the J front, it's tweaked. It's like turned, and that's because the collision, the way it happened is she was in the 4th lane on a one-way street coming this way on the last lane, one-way street, and a car came that was supposed to be waiting on a stop sign, tried to cut everybody off and was going really fast, and that's why you could tell how the collision happened. So my wife ended up clipping the passenger door of that vehicle, and you could tell how fast they're going because it pulled the whole front that way. But it didn't mess up, like it didn't bend the frame on the car, as far as to where we cut it last time. I mean, the frame, I guess, on the front it's all tweaked, but that doesn't really matter if we can find another one of these fronts for that good of a deal. Now, will we find another one of those fronts for that good of a deal? That's a good question, because $500 when these things are going for $1,500, $1,800 for just the front end, it's gonna be hard, but we'll see. We shall see. Everybody's like, junk it, sell it. Nah. It's honestly not too crazy. There's nothing that can't be fixed. If not, could always be like a fucking tow rig if need be, you know. Just put a tube chassis front end on it. Cut the whole front end off it. Just put a tube chassis front end on it. Have the tube come out, and then mount this just straight to a tube instead of having a fender there. Mount some new headlights to the tubes and just call it a day. We shall see. I'm gonna take the battery off real quick. First up, the battery died while I was sitting there at the tow yard. So I'll take that off real quick. Not too bad. Take it off real quick. That's the cool thing about these Duralast Gold batteries. You got like a 3-year warranty on them. So go ahead and take that off real quick and get the warranty on this. Go get this checked out, or swapped out, I mean, I should say. Put this down real quick. Now we're gonna mob it in the rental. Oh shit, I almost shut the fucking trunk on the keys. Good thing I looked in there. I hate new cars.
Even though that ain't your shit, you should have flashed. You know my struggle. Put yourself up in my shoes.
So first things first, we gotta come get us some tools real quick. It's usually my go-to. Fucking batteries got some broken clips. Make sure I get the right one. Still charged. Number 10. Pretty much all we need. I'll probably get the long one too, just in case. Put in my pocket. I'm gonna take this bigger battery and the Sawzall. Pretty much all we need, fam. Let's see. Cool. What's up, guys? So we're gonna pretty much get right into it today. That's what we got going on. Pretty much gonna take the whole front end off. Yeah, sucks, gotta do it twice. Don't sound too motivated about it, sorry guys, but it is what it is. I do know it's gonna come back harder than this, so long as everything turns out the way it is and there's no real damage once I take this shit off, like I think there is. Because like I think there isn't, because there isn't really much damage from what it was the first time. The first crash, it was actually much worse, a lot worse than that, as far as the frame damage being bent and stuff and me having to straighten it out. This time it doesn't look that bad, so yeah, hopefully we get it fixed pretty quick. Yeah, just sitting, I can sit here and think about it, I can sit here and talk about it all day, but I'm gonna get straight to it. I'm gonna show you guys how to pretty much fix a collision like this on an older Honda within the quickness. Yeah, well, we're getting cashed out for it. I made sure, that's why we took this long getting cashed out for it. I already got the check on the way, made sure it was clear with insurance and all that before we move forward in the process. But yeah, so now we're gonna move forward. I'm gonna show you guys how it's done. We're gonna get to it. Check it out. This side you got to be a little bit more easier with, because that mirror's probably worth 300 bucks. We're back, guys. It's weird, had to get another Sawzall warranty, but the tip of the other one like broke in half or some shit, and didn't even have it that long, but you know Ryobi's. So just so you can get an idea of what I'm doing here, guys, check this out. So this is the previous welds, and it was never really finished before. I just kind of tacked it and then kind of filled it in with flux core, no MIG or anything, and it held up just fine everywhere around. As you can see, the frame is pretty much fine. It's just in front of it that got like mangled. So we're pulling off everything in front of it. So right here we got a clean cut right before the welds, so we can slap the new piece on as soon as we get it, so long as everything goes good. But it looks like it should, because like I said, look at this side too, straight, not touching the engine right there. Like last time, this shit was all the way over here, if you guys remember in the last video, when we rebuilt the front end the first time. But the solid mounts pretty much kept it where it needs to be. It looks like it kind of shifted a little tiny bit to the side, but like that's not going to really matter. It is not touching the motor right there. If you could see, it's pretty straight. It's not touching the motor right there, the pulleys or anything. So pretty much just gonna cut it again. We got to take this mounts off though underneath. We got to take these mounts off right here, because it's basically sitting at the halfway point, conjoining both pieces together. That's how lined up it was on this piece. Hopefully we can line it up again to where this lines up and bolts on to like the red piece, like right where it meets, and then this piece like where it's supposed to go. So we can use this, because I mean that helps out a lot too, just in case a weld fails. You know, it's or cracks or anything from like bottoming out all the time on this bar, from being so low. Like it's constantly like putting pressure. You'd expect a weld to crack. So it's always nice to have like billet parts holding pieces together. Same thing with like right here. I think right here there's one bolt on this side, or I think I'm wrong. It's like right on it. So just gotta take it off, probably take the mount off real quick and cut right before it, possibly. Not a big deal though. Luckily the transmission didn't get cracked either. If you look right there, we actually broke the mount. The mount actually cracked and broke, but luckily it didn't get to the transmission, because that would have sucked. I mean, I already drove it, so I know it's not broken, but that would have sucked. Well, that pretty much wraps up today's video, guys. Check it out. It's all cut. It's ready for the new front. Ready for the new front to go on. Well, not ready yet. We definitely still have to, like, you know, cut this with the grinder, flapper wheel it, make sure it's right. I still got to take this mount off. It's just sitting on there. I got to take that mount off still. I think this time, last time you could still see my previous nasty old welds. Last time we kind of just attached the old one, made sure this fit, bolted to both, and then welded it on. And I'm thinking this time, I think it'd be more smarter to put a plate here, put a flat plate here, definitely after we cut this nasty weld off and all that, make this flat.
put a plate there, and maybe put a pipe, a bigger pipe, and then maybe on this side on the front end put a smaller pipe that just fits just in there just right, and then maybe I could just put like a pin or like a bolt on both sides, and that will pretty much hold the front end, like pretty much do like a quick release style front end. Not sure yet if that's what I'm gonna do, but it would be nice to be able to, in the near future, if I ever need to, you know, do a motor swap or work on the motor and pull the motor out or anything like that, it'd be nice to be able to pull the whole front end off like this. And you know, these motors are a dime a dozen. They're only like, I think $400, $450, something like that for another one of these motors with like 60,000 miles on them or so, approximately. So I don't know, I got a little thinking to do, but yeah, that just wraps up today's video. Hope you guys like it. If you guys do like it, like, comment, and subscribe. Definitely subscribe to my channel if you want to stay up to date with this build or Project Red Pill, our Sentra, which will be done also in the near future. Definitely, I mean, as you guys can tell, the daily gets fixed way more than the race car. This is the third time it's been fixed, but we're definitely going to the race car here shortly. There's a couple things to button up on that, and it'll be back on the road. But yeah, if you guys like what we do here, like our video, like, comment, subscribe. And I said that already, but all right, peace.